It's a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, and Sunday, one day of the week, so there's always a lot of breaking news. Come on. All right, the very first thing I want to talk about right now, everybody, is NCIS Hawaii, because it has been canceled after 3 seasons. That's right, 3 seasons, and it's done. They were hoping to do a 4th season. They were actually negotiating back and forth with the studios, with CBS, trying to figure out how they can make it work. They're like, we're going to cut the actors' budgets, we're going to cut down, crew, we're going to cut down, producer stuff and make a shorter season. And they were going back and forth, and they said, hey, nah, we're not going to do it anymore. We're not going to make it happen. Sorry. Unfortunately, you're not going to get any more NCIS Miami. So that sucks for people that were expecting to come back, especially after hear good talks moving forward. But, hopefully, since they can't solve any more crimes on TV, they get the real world and solve Cara Davina's fire, because this thing happened recently, guys. It happened about a month ago where her house burned down, massive fire. And, they actually sent in a bunch of people. The arson squad came in. They couldn't figure out what happened. They said there's no foul play happened when she wasn't there. The house burnt down. Well, they finally closed the case on it now. So unfortunately, they'll never know what happened to her house. But again, no foul play, everybody, and the investigation is closed. I wonder what happened. It's crazy. It's really crazy. Just the house burns down. No one knows what happens. But the investigation is closed. And I bet she's not happy about it. But somebody else that's not excited about an investigation being open is Eddie Murphy, everybody, because Eddie Murphy's, it is Brian's evil twin. I am here tonight. Brian, perfect. Eddie Murphy, everybody, in the pickup. It's been crazy with this production. We've talked about it a few times. I got the video right here to show you, but it's under federal investigation now. This whole thing under federal investigation. I don't know why my screen is all up here. I guess I did not look at this camera angle beforehand. But under federal investigation, which is freaking insane. Here's the accident right now. If you got to check it out, if you haven't seen it yet, and they're just diving into this whole thing. It's crazy what happened. Of course, some stunt guys were really injured very, very badly during this production, and it was second unit stuff. We talked about this before, but it came forward being an investigation is open. We are unable to provide preliminary or interim information of what's going on at this time, but we are still in the process of gathering facts about what happened that day and why. And first and foremost, our thoughts are going out to those who were actually hurt. It wasn't Beverly Hills Cop. It's called The Pickup. It was an Amazon production. So that just happened over this past weekend. So I hope everybody's going to be okay. But a federal investigation is moving forward. And somebody else knows all about federal investigations is Harvey Weinstein. And Harvey Weinstein's back in the news, everybody, because they threw out his case. Well, he didn't throw it out, but he's going to have a retrial. He's having a retrial for sexual assault allegations. And he was just out of prison because of all these big injuries he's had, or big health problems he's having, big health scares, his lawyers are saying. They're saying that he's physically ill. He has a lot of problems. He's getting all kinds of tests. He's somewhat of a train wreck, they're saying. But he was in court today, and they set a retrial for Labor Day. So, Harvey Weinstein might be getting out of all this. We'll have to wait and see to find out. Stay tuned to Kruse to find out, because it does happen. People have sexual assault allegations. They get away with it. Look at Kevin Spacey. But Kevin Spacey's back in the news too, because Max is releasing a documentary about, of course, his sexual assault allegations. And his case was thrown about, was less than a year ago here in the UK. And there's a bunch of men coming forward, and this documentary come out to Max. It comes out May 6th, where they actually have more allegations moving forward. They didn't testify before, and Max is going to shine light on a bunch of new stuff. Of course, they released the whole series of, Quiet on Set 2, talking about Nickelodeon. So maybe this is like a new little genre they're diving into, but I don't know how you do this. I don't know how you fix this. I don't know how you deal with this. I mean, Kevin Spacey, can his career come back after all that? I don't know. Maybe you gotta get baptized like Russell Brand's doing. I don't know, because Russell Brand said, if I get baptized, it's gonna change it up, and I'm gonna have a whole new life right now. So that's why he's getting baptized on Sunday. He says it's a whole new him, and of course he has sexual allegations against him too. I don't know if that's gonna work for him. I mean, whatever makes you sleep better at night, man. But I think you're still kind of a butthead. Good luck. I think he's, good luck, Mike. I think he's still kind of a butthead, Mike. But Beavis and Butthead are back yet. One more time, everybody. That's right. The free guy, the free guy premiere happened, and Ryan Gosling showed up with Mikey Day as Beavis and Butthead one more time, reprising their roles from SNL. It's a retrial. But they were showed up again at the red carpet. Ryan Gosling showed up first, then all of a sudden he showed up again as Beavis with Beavis and Butthead. So I know people have been going nuts about this. I think it's crazy, because that's a dynamic duo right there, Beavis and Butthead. But a bigger dynamic duo, of course, is Deadpool and Wolverine. And we found out some new things about it. Sean Levy came forward and said, hey guys, you don't have to watch previous Deadpool stuff to be able to have fun with this movie. Now, they always say this. Do I believe it? I think you're going to get a lot more if you watch first 2 movies, if you know anything about the MCU. But he was trying to say he writes movies so you don't have to be having homework. You can go and just watch it and have a good time. And according to him, you can go to see Deadpool Wolverine, not be worried about any kind of backstory you need to see or anything else, which I really have a hard time believing, but we'll have to wait and see. But he says the fanboys will still love it. Of course, we talked about that trailer like last week. We know they will. I know the fanboys probably will not love Kraven that much, but Kraven is coming. It's being pushed again. It's being pushed to December. So have a merry little Christmas and watch this movie bomb, or not watch it, because probably won't watch it. But I hope the best for Aaron Taylor Johnson's and Russell Crowe's movie coming out. I really hope it does well, but will it at the end of the day? Probably not. But his movie, it was coming out August 30th before. Now it's coming out December 13th. So if you're excited about this, I know a lot of people aren't, but Sony's going to try to make it happen because, again, they're trying to make this universe happen to make it work. They don't want to be too silly like Thor was, but Chris Hemsworth came forward to say that Thor Love and Thunder was a bridge too far. He said maybe he got a little bit too crazy playing this part. Maybe he got too into the improv. It was a little bit too zany. Maybe he lost reality a little bit. He said it was a parody of himself at the end of the day when he was actually going back and watching the movie. So he went too far, and that was, came out a lot in what people were saying in the movie when it came out in theaters too. So Harvey Weinstein actually had a good eye for talent. He did. He also loved to, do something else with that talent too. So, allegedly, but we'll have to see what happens with this retrial. But I hope that, Chris Hemsworth thing, he is going to do a Thor 5. He's been talking about that multiple times. Make it more serious. Just don't go too serious. What is Kraven? Kraven is about, like, you know what? I'm going to go to Sean for a second because I feel like Sean can explain Kraven better for the people out there. Give us a quick little Kraven breakdown in the middle of breaking news.
Sure. All right. So quick on Kraven. Kraven's a hunter.
Very true.
Okay, great job. Thanks for clearing that up.
That was quick, right? No, Kraven is a hunter. He's part of the coterie of villains that Spider-Man has to deal with. He's, supposedly hunted all the dangerous game, and the last one that eludes him is the Spider-Man. Kraven's Last Hunt, fantastic comic book storyline that involved him. He's been a joke most of the time, especially in the Spider-Man 90s series. But yeah, this movie definitely takes some liberties with that backstory and try to give him the Morbius treatment. So we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, Kraven the Hunter. That's it.
Yeah, that's Kraven the Hunter. Like I said, he's kind of a joke, just like Thor has been. That's what he was saying, just like Thor, everybody, kind of a joke. I still liked it too. We had some people saying they liked Love and Thunder too. It was okay. Christian Bale was good in it. It was fun, but again, it was maybe a bit too far. But, people want to know if he's doing more. People want to know if Robert Downey Jr. is coming back to do more Iron Man. Of course, everybody wants to know. It's the biggest thing on people's minds. And the Russo brothers came forward recently who directed the Infinity Wars, and they were saying, like, Anthony Russo said, I don't know how they would do it. Because I don't really know. I don't know what the road would be to make that happen. But he thought they closed that book. So to make it happen again, they had to figure a lot to reopen it. So he doesn't think it's going to happen. Will it happen? Again, I'm pretty sure. Well, Robert Downey Jr. has been very positive and very upfront about how he wants to come back to that character. And of course, we have Secret Wars coming. So why not? It's been the biggest topic in people's minds. Everybody wants to know. And it just keeps coming up constantly, keeps coming up, just like the cock price. That's right. Peacock price is going up, everybody. And it's going up by $2. So if you have Peacock right now, if you have premium, that's $7.99. It's going to be starting July 1st. $2. It was $5.99. We're going up to $7.99. If you have premium plus, it's going up to $13.99. You pay by the year. It's going up to $79.99 for premium and $139.99 for premium plus. So Peacock on the rise. A lot of breaking news, everybody. A lot of breaking news.